Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Kissy, and I previously did a reading, and I'll be honest, that reading got kind of very strange. But what is interesting, and I did notice, is that the energy prior to, so it's like when I set the intention that I was going to come to the reading, it's like some disruption came about in the environment. And I kind of like, I observed that. But when I got back to doing my reading, it's almost like, let me just, do the reading. And I started to do it. But from that energy space that I was in, even though I was focused, or even though I was able to tune into spirit to do the reading, the environment was disrupted. And we're talking about whether you want to call it the psychic realm or the spiritual realm, but even in the physical, okay? The disruption was there. Even though there was even though the response was a new pattern, let's say. It was a new pattern. The response was the new pattern that's being developed. If it isn't strengthened, it's going to be challenged. So it's like, let's say you have a dynamic, and that dynamic does always, the outcome is always the same. And so you can't change the dynamic by changing the other person, so you change yourself. As you change yourself, the choices that you make affect the outcome slightly better. It's like the outcome becomes easier, more positive, more balanced, right? But then every so often, to see if you're able to withstand the pressure of the challenge that you're faced with, and then let's say you applied a new method or a new technique or a new way of handling it that did serve results really fast. And you're able to, like, I'm back on track. But here's the thing. You're back on track, but it's like, there's like the residuals are kind of still circulating in the moment. So as much as you're already there, it's like the shift, it's like the dust has to settle before you can engage truthfully with what you're dealing with. Because the distorted truth comes when you act on a whim, even if it's a positive action, but you act while things are still unsettled. You need to wait to be settled before you can take an action. So settled in your mindset, or settled in your emotion, or settled in your resolve, or settled in your position before you take any actions. So the thing is, if you're settled into your position before the energy is settled around you, and you take action while it's still sort of cloudy, then your chances of success may be hindered. They may be hindered if you were to go, like in the olden days, they would go into battle. Obviously, they wouldn't go on a foggy day. They wouldn't go if it was like extreme weather. So it's like you bide your time When the weather is right, then you can go and move. Then you can go and take the action because you're doing it from a clear space. So what I realized is when I went ahead and did the reading, just because even though my mind was still focused, there's a time to act. And right after the disruptive energies, even though I was prepared, it did affect the environment of the reading. It did shift the perception with which I read, because it was through the lens of the distorted or foggy, unsettled energies. So that happened. So I'm just going to go right into it. And maybe I will post that one. I don't know, but it was a bit, I guess I'll say it was uncomfortable because it was disruptive in certain ways, but not just the certain disruptions externally. It was more so internally, that although, like I said, I was focused and I was very tuned into the realm and going through the readings, even though it was accurate, it was inaccurate because it was based on the illusory environment. Okie dokie. Alright, anywho, let's move through this. Quickly, let's go. I feel like I needed to go through that. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm going to be kind of going through this a little bit quicker than I tend to do. I think I will. We'll see. Okay, so entering the room here, at the entrance we have Miss Peacock in reverse. This is a Leo in reverse. It's probably making an entrance into your life. This is someone whose pride is either hurt, or this is someone who had a lot of pride in themselves in a certain area of life, and where they saw you as not they were the leader in that space. They didn't see you, and so that has you kind of like emotionally, I would say maybe like scattered a little bit. And it's not because of how they are perceiving you or how they're coming at you, because they're coming. This is a person whose pride is already injured. And they see you as a threat in some way, but they also, it's like it bothers them to see you as someone more competent than them. And competent doesn't mean in general, it's not like as a whole, but maybe in a certain area, in a certain thing. Do you hear the car? The way it's making that noise? It's like, listen. That's right in front of my building. And we have kids that play in this area. The smoke that this car left behind, this is what I'm talking about. You see this Leo in reverse, and it's like they're fuming to make to get attention right now. And when I say it makes you emotionally maybe, I don't know, I don't want to say unstable, I said scattered. It might make you feel a little bit scattered, but it's not because of, it's not necessarily how you feel around them or how you feel. No, it's not how you feel. It's what their energy is doing to your environment, emotionally speaking. So someone was really observing your environment, maybe even sneaking around your environment, but secretly learning your surroundings. Maybe even some of your neighbors, relatives, just observing or learning your environment. Your environment can also be the environment of your mind or the environment of your emotions. In other words, how you think, how you feel. They could just be either asking around. Maybe you work together and perhaps this person observes you from a distance, hidden, where you're not aware, but they're noticing something about your environment, your vibe. They're learning your vibe. And then this person they see you as home, or they want to come to your home. It's going to shock you when they communicate with you. And they might show up to your environment, or they might just talk to you. So we've got Professor Plum in the dining room. So this is like shocking communication, surprising communication. They want to like build a home with you or be home with you. They want to come to your home. I don't know, but it seems like your environment is not very, I would say like you don't work with a large group of people. You don't operate amongst a lot of individuals. You're very low key, very like individual. You don't operate in large groups. And that's not like to say that you don't go to like events where there are people of, you know what I mean, with shared interests and stuff. But in your day-to-day routine, it's like, you know, like you don't work for some big organization where you interact with, you know, a certain amount of people per day. Oh, let me go walk into this department. Let me go over here and talk to these people in that department. And oh no, they work in the 3rd floor and I work on the 5th, or whatever the hell it is. It's like that lifestyle on the day-to-day when you're involved with a lot of people or invested into big quantities. That's not you. You're not doing that. And you're learning something in regards to manifesting, because the lead pipe in the 7th house, or in the library, I should say, the library represents the 7 spiritual. And I find myself explaining that one more than all of them. Maybe I'm explaining it more for my own reasons. It's like I want to dive deeper into that because I'm trying to make the correlation between, okay, numerologically, the 7 spiritual number 7, and then I can dive into that energy in one way. But then when I see it as 7th house, and it's one-on-one relationships, making the connection between the one-on-one relationship and the spiritual, because it is spiritual. It's our most authentic self. Our spiritual self is our most authentic self. So our partnerships can only be spiritual, whether that's good spiritual, bad spiritual, meaning like where the ego interprets it as this person was bad for me or this person was good for me. It doesn't matter. But the fact that the proximity was there or is there, a partnership means two people coming together in any way, friendship, whatever, business, romantic. The partnership, when it's in proximity, it's because the manifestation, I would say, it's like, it's because the spiritual connection is authentic. But wait, hold that thought. Let's clarify. Okay, you're understanding why something didn't work. A partnership may not have worked because it wasn't truly a spiritual connection. That's the answer, folks. It wasn't truly a spiritual connection. Because if it was truly a spiritual connection, it would but wait, how many people are close in proximity but are far in spirit? So why is proximity? No, proximity cannot be the reason. Speak to me, spirit. Make it make sense, darling. Darling. Forget about it. End that conversation right now. The lounge ending. Well, the ending of a relationship because it wasn't at home. It wasn't at home, I guess. It was supposed to be at home. Like maybe you were supposed to be in their home. They were supposed to be in your home. But why? Wait, hold on. This Leo is coming through. They're in reverse, all right? They got your energy, your emotions are a little bit scattered because of this energy coming through. And there's someone learning your environment. They were probably trying to see how this energy is affecting you, okay? And when I say they, this is, let's say our spirit guides, okay? Our spirit guides are observing how this energy of this Leo in reverse energy coming through here and how our emotions have to stay, our emotional environment gets put in reverse. Perhaps when you are not aware of the environment, you haven't studied the environment, or haven't learned something about the environment, clarify the study. Library, yeah, there's like, it's almost like you got to become aware that there are some darker spiritual energies that you haven't defined or quite learned yet about your environment. I don't know, oh my lord. Okie dokie. But definitely someone, this Leo in reverse would like to either come to your home or would like you to go to their home. And that's going to cause a surprise to you when you hear this news or when you get this information or this conversation. Why is Miss Peacock in reverse? Why is that relevant? That you don't have groups of people hanging out with you in your day-to-day. Why is that? Chef White in reverse is Capricorn energy in reverse. the boss of a group or an organization? Are you, okay. This is addressing in your routine, are you doing something with an organization? Are you working with an organization in your environment regularly? Are you working with an organization in your environment regularly? That's a question for you to answer. I can say yes to that. Why is that a question, Spirit? Are you connected to it? Is it something that makes you feel emotionally fulfilled? Maybe these are the things that this person or this shocking information that you receive, they're probably going to ask you about what you do in your day-to-day. Like, well, what do you do all day? Who do you hang out with? Where do you go? Where do you hang out? How do you feel? So you don't do nothing? I don't know. You don't hang out with anybody? You don't do anything where you live? Do you even like where you live? Oh my. Those are all viable questions. I don't know. Let's see. Do we? Why is that relevant, Spiritu Santi? Oh, Lord. We have Professor Plum in reverse in the hall. You got maybe a secret spy? Someone you're connected to with resources. Could be like a family member. Could be a Sagittarius in reverse that is hiding some information. They don't want you to know something. They may be hiding some secrets. Well, oh my God, what are these secrets? Some very, very dark secrets about a Scorpio in reverse. Oh my goodness gracious. What about them? What about them? They might have some kind of spiritual connection with them that they feel is good, that works for them. But that might be like weird. It's possible that you have a person in your life that's going to maybe admit to you something that they hadn't told you about before in regards to some Scorpio in reverse energy. This could also be things of a certain taboo matter, okay, that they didn't want you to know about, but it has to do with their Akashic records, or it has to do with their interests, the things that they're aligned to, that works for them. It just might be their dreams. It could be that they want to share their dreams, but it's very private. Very private. Could be about a Pisces. So there's an ending to a toxic Virgo energy, that there was some kind of a attachment. This could be like a critic a self-critic, but maybe you were dealing with somebody that was critical and you put an end to that. Their influence was affecting you, maybe it was affecting your health, it was affecting how you perceive yourself. After a while, you can't be around people that are constantly telling you who they think you are, especially if who they think you are is not in alignment with who you are and who you don't have to be to them. In other words, their opinion may not even matter. It's like, even if you do have that opinion, you're free to have it, but I don't have to sit here and accept it, which is fine. Perfectly acceptable response to that. Well, would you look at that? As I was looking at Professor Plum, these cards fell out. Professor Plum is Gemini. So you might be shocked that a Gemini might want to balance things out with you. Some secret about Dr. Orchid. Some Cancerian energy, 4th house. Some may be hidden feeling. Some something to do with a mother figure in reverse, or something to do with their home. Some imbalance in the home or in the emotions that they didn't actually put an end to. They didn't actually close out that cycle. Oh, Lord. Hey, do what you gotta do. You want to stay in a toxic partnership? Go right ahead. I'm not shocked by that. But imbalance, the billiard in reverse, that's, some people don't mind being in a very imbalanced environment. Some people prefer to shoot straight from the hip, and kind of live kind of like a very direct, and it is what it is how, you know what I mean? I don't know. But see, like, imbalance, it's uncomfortable, especially when it comes to partnerships and independence. So we have to communicate what we need. And we can't do that if we don't know who we are, or if the other person doesn't know who we are. In other words, like, you can't have an interest in figuring out who I am if you're still discovering who you are. So if you already, we don't always obviously know ourselves fully, but we know ourselves to a certain degree that we can say, like, I know for sure, like, this is what I like, what I don't like, who I am, what I'm not. And then we can, from there, be like, realistically, this is what we do and what we want to do and where we want to go. And then you can align with someone like that. But imagine a person that hasn't even pondered that hasn't even considered any of that. And it's just kind of like living kind of aimlessly in life, purposeless, and uninterested in self-discovery in any way. It's like, okay, well then you're going to be in a constant, shock. Like, why did this happen? Why did that happen? And it's like, okay, if you're not willing to understand the patterns of why things have been happening to you, and how you can at least redirect yourself in ways that are more beneficial, then it wouldn't be interesting to be, like, if I share my time with you, I want to discover you and see myself in you. I want to see all the ways that we are the same and different. I want to see all the ways in which we relate, all the ways in which we can grow together. But if that doesn't happen authentically, where it's going like this, like both are doing that, then it's like that imbalance creates resentment or boredom or, choices that little by little, like, create distance and separation. So, one thing I do want to share is that earlier in that one weird reading that I had, something that did come through. I had done my, where I got the page out. Maybe I wasn't supposed to do it now. Hold on. There's a message from the fairies, from air, message from air. I think I'm going to go ahead and read it again in this reading because it was really interesting. Okay. Ethereal and light, standing on a cloud, this messenger is seen in dreams, perpetuating the endless innocence and purity of birth. She is a fairy that grants wishes and protects creators. She drives her heavenly magic from one hand to the other, closing a wonderful circle of creation with tingling and shining stars. Her inspiring muse is clearly seen in the halos that fall toward earth in the form of staves with notes of a future melody. They will reach a bohemian musician who will know how to combine them and become a great artist for the joy and enjoyment of many people. The fine and crystalline movements do not deprive her of security, courage, and action. The sylphs were part of our childhood in many tales. Fairies were described as having protective streaks, granting wishes and neutralizing the actions of malefactors. With a maternal attitude, they always protect good people and compensate for their sorrow and abandonment. They cause us to place our faith and hope in something superior that will help us in times of sorrow and helplessness, as well as giving us a strong conviction that their energy will be present even in their absence. The meaning upright is, stick to what you have agreed and do not let yourself down. You have the inspiration and protection necessary to finish your work, creation, project, task, or procedure. Negative things will disappear and your capacity will be seen. Tune up your senses and train yourself more intensively because there will be great prospects for you. Upside down says that you will have lost faith in your relatives and they are not taken into account in your work. Excessive security that has proved to be inconstant. You have failed to keep up in progress. Get out of your lethargic state, connect with the environment, following the voice of your conscious and internal impulse. You will see that new energy will arise and that your capacity and talent will be a new bastion. Otherwise, you will remain anonymous. So, that was a message for the day. That was from the Tarot of the Orishas, by the way. I almost forgot to mention that. But, let's see real quick. Before we go. Before I let you go, can I get a kiss? Good night, baby. Interesting that the music is coming through. Because usually when I do the readings, I like to just get the message out. So I don't really allow myself the openness. But I guess I am now. Alright, so let's see. What do we have? 8th house mystery. Juno, partnership. 9th house, exploration. So we also have the number 47, could be significant. 31 could be significant. 46, this equals a 10, which is a 1. This is a 4. This is 11 or 2. So any of those numbers could be significant for you, but it seems that there is a mystery in regards to a partnership that's about to be explored. Oh, we have Pisces, sensitize. It could be with a Pisces. You're also being asked to become more sensitive to the mystery, Oh, I almost said to the environment, but look, 4th house, home. Partnership in the home. Like we said earlier, someone's either wanting you to live with them or they want to live with you. Something to that effect. We also have the number 12 or 3, the number 42 or 6. You might deal with someone that has Pisces in the 8th house or in the 4th house or in the 9th house. You might be a Pisces with those placements. First house, arrival. I don't know why, but I just heard like an airport terminal, arrivals. First house, arrival. And 9th house, exploration. Yeah, like someone's going to be traveling. 9th house is a house of traveling, travel. Traveling, first house. An Aries could be traveling, or you could be traveling to an Aries. A Pisces could be traveling. A Libra could be. Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. Ooh, we have a confrontation of an opposition. Now, we did talk about this Leo energy earlier. I don't know if that's the opposition, or maybe this person traveling. See, it feels to me like the big mystery or the big secret is that this partnership is going to be explored or is being explored, and someone is traveling to someone's home. So we're being very sensitive to the environment, okay? And now this is causing an oppositional force. It's like a collaboration. An Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius is collaborating with someone to help facilitate this. But it's also possible that the opposition could be you might be an Aquarius opposing that Leo energy. But even if you're not that, it could be that in your chart, the Aquarius Leo within your own chart is there's something going on that's opposing this partnership. Stay focused on your vision with Neptune here. Maybe it's Neptune that's, creating this opposition. Illusion. Oh, look at that, Leo. It could be possible that a Leo could be trying to create an illusion. When we talked earlier about the Leo in reverse, so we said that his pride was hurt. He needs some there's a Leo that might need some nurturing. So look out for this messages from Mercury. I feel like you're going to get a lot of communication. It's going to make you happy, very happy. You might also find a new source of income. Just because I saw the word source. The number 18 or 9 can be significant. 5, 8. Okay, those are repeated numbers. So that's all, folks. I think I should leave it. Oh wait, animal totem. Why not? Why not? See all the synchronicities we can get in a day, right? So, let's see what animal totem is working with us at this time. Show us the animal totem that's working with us at this time. Inconceivable. The porcupine. Why did I say inconceivable? Because something came about a porcupine recently. I don't remember. Conversation? Possibly? Oh well. Anyway, let's see what it says. I am discerning about the people I allow into my circle. I am mindful of being with people who support my fun and loving vibration. It's easy for me to take time for recreation and play. I enjoy life. I am good-natured and easygoing. Well, dang-a-lang, that could be it right there. Whenever you try to get into your inspired space, your creative space, the space where you just have fun and want to do whatever it is that you do for you, that loves you so much and everything you enjoy, an opposition comes along. So you might have an opposition in your 5th house, to your 5th house, or something like that. Because, like we said, that Leo in reverse is all about creative fun, recreation and play, enjoying life, easygoing, good-natured. So fun and loving vibration, but then it was in reverse, so it's like this energy or this entity or this person just can't stand to see you having fun. It's that ego thing, like, I'm supposed to have fun. No, we're supposed to all have fun here. When we're having fun, if I'm having fun, you could be having fun too. But no one should be hindering someone's fun because they're bored or miserable. Purple dyed agate. Are you keeping company with people you respect? Do you feel vulnerable? Are you allowing plenty of time to enjoy life? Be careful about who you let into your inner circle. Notice if there are people or situations that are causing you discomfort. Adjust your life so you are supported by loving family and friends. Remember to enjoy life and play. Definitely. Okay, I like that message. So, oh, you know what would be fun? Let's just call that the general animal totem. We're going to go ahead and do 3 piles, A, B, and C. Pick a pile, A, B, and C. This will be your animal totem for the month of January. A, B, and C. Pile A is the giraffe. I easily maintain awareness of the intended outcome and release distractions. My imagination is the key to my success. Divine protection is all around me. My approach to life is from a higher perspective. I am in alignment with my with my intuitive vision and positive outcomes. I see my future filled with well-being and happiness. That's the animal totem for pile A. Pile B, we have the ant. Now, don't be discouraged. Listen. The ant says, I stay focused on the task at hand. It is easy for me to complete all that I need to do. I am patient with myself and those around me. It's easy for me to ask for help when I need it. I am blessed to be part of a community. Perfect. That's pile B. Pile C. Oh, rabbit. All right, rabbit. Interesting. I pause and reflect on the patterns revealed to me. Different perspectives give me insight and understanding. It is easy for me to give birth to ideas. My creative endeavors come to fruition. I find balance with the cycles of life. Awesome. So, however you see it, pile A, pile B, C, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to sing the Michael Jackson song. So the giraffe, the ant, and the rabbit are the 3 animal totems for the month of January. Depending on which one you chose, let me know how the energies, if they've reflected back onto you from that perspective. Anywho, I think now that is all, folks. I will come back soon with another message. Take care.